Welcome to Taking Action. I'm Chris Colombo. This is episode 26, Super Bowl week. This is what all the excitement and the end of the season has been about. It's the San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be back with Anthony Conover. Please hit subscribe and like, and we'll be back with you momentarily. Well, welcome back to Taking Action. I'm Chris Colombo. Anthony Conover, as always, who I'm now hailing is the second best handicapper in the country.
Oh.
And he's after my title hard.
We learned every week this year. Every week we were about getting better. I think we achieved that goal.
Listen, my goal when you gamble is to win money. You don't need to put money on a game to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And losing is not fun for me. Maybe others. I don't need that emotional roller coaster. I mean, who do you want to beat? Tom Brady or Zach Wilson?
It's pretty easy for me.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me too. But I've never accepted losing. So I do what I do and I put it in the best odds I can for you. Those that say multiple teams, the biggest sucker bet where a bookmaker or a booking house makes the most money is on teasers. So two teams, they give you 6 points on each game. Three teams, 10 points on each game. Does that qualify why multiple teams is no good? And they hit once or twice a year, and people chase that. And I gave you those years, and we did good at that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the Super Bowl in a minute. Next year, when we come back, we're going to start from day one. Those that were with us this year will probably be with us next year. We're going to start with money management as we get into it. Hopefully, I can perform better than I did this year, 15-3. With money management, 2-team parlays and the right teaser weeks, you can make a killing. And I'll show you how to do that with money management. And we're going to learn even more. There's been a lot of interviews. We haven't put them up because we're focused on the football to make that our main thrust. We got a lot of interesting interviews. We got a lot of interesting people coming on. I don't know if we'll drop one every week. I think we will, but we'll be doing something fresh every week. I'm going to get into some things on basketball and baseball and how to bet them. Hockey is a little bit more different breed, different sport. Home field advantage is not that big in hockey, you know that.
No.
Ice is ice.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's the typical, high altitude stuff, because that affects people sometimes with the
with Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how high the Avalanche was, but to have an avalanche, you got to be pretty high.
Like they say,
you got stones rolling off a molehill. I mean, it's where we go.
Mountains in the molehills, they say. What is it? What's the saying?
All right, what do you think we get into the Super Bowl, Ian?
All right, let's get into the Super Bowl. Like you said at the beginning,
yes,
it's what everybody is looking forward to. It's what everything led up to.
I don't get that excited about the Super Bowl.
Really? Are you a commercial person? Do you watch the commercials?
Absolutely not.
So you're not locked in for the commercials. I enjoy them. I enjoy the game more, obviously, but I like to see what commercials they come up with.
It's a dog and pony show. If there's a choreographed game, it's it. But go ahead.
Can I ask you one more annoying question?
How did you know they were annoying me?
Yeah, well, because somebody asked me this on my show. What's your go-to Super Bowl food?
My go-to Super Bowl.
Like if you have a spread, what's at the Super Bowl table?
Well, you gotta have wings.
That's my number one. Number one.
Wings used to be like 99 cents a pound. Not to kill you.
I got wings the other day.
They became most popular. Buffalo Wings started at a gas station in Buffalo.
I went to the Anchor Bar.
Joe and his family started it. What?
I went to the Anchor Bar up in Buffalo where they say the original wing was made.
Originally was joke he had. Well, it might be the Anchor Bar. I'm not sure, but it originally was like a gas station with a
Yeah,
convenience store.
there is.
Pizzeria. They invented it.
I went to the Buffalo Wing Festival.
Was it good?
I was like 9 or 10, and I was a little. But yeah, it was good. They had they had a competition where people had to, like bobbing for apples.
Yeah.
They bobbed for hot wings in a pool of blue cheese.
Pool what?
Blue cheese.
I'll skip that.
It
I
was
dropped 4 pounds of food on me with a fork. I don't know how these people do it with those chopsticks.
but yeah, it was entertaining.
Nothing would make my mouth. It all end up on my shirt.
But my number one, like you said, was wings. I like wings out of pigs in a blanket.
I can do without it. They're never really good unless you make them yourself.
I feel like you got to have some type of chip and onion dip. I like a good ruffle, plain ruffle with onion dip.
It's turned into a gourmet show. Pizza's a good one too. And sandwiches.
Fair enough.
Nice cheesesteak.
Okay.
Cheeseburgers. It's sports food. You got to eat while you're watching the game.
Have to. Part of the tradition.
You don't want a knife with a fork in your hand and cutting and missing.
Need finger foods.
Finger foods, Yeah. Sometimes I even get some Chinese after. Say, the first half is the pizza, the wings, and that stuff, and afterward I get Chinese.
Yeah, I won't argue with you there either.
Yeah.
Nice egg roll.
All right.
All right. So technically,
what were the line moves?
So there was, according to Don Best, which, obviously we've used the entire season.
Who I pay attention to.
There was no movement. The 49ers started off 2-point favorites. They have stayed as 2-point favorites, and the total stayed at 47.
They said it dropped to pick them. Not true.
Not according to Don Best. Don Best opened at 2, and at this very moment, right before the show, I checked it. It was at 2.
All right. That means, handicappers and wise guys stop handicapping if it's an 18-week season, usually around the 16th week or the 17th. 18th is who can handicap, who's going to play, who ain't going to play, whatever. Who's dogging it to get the first round draft pick.
Yeah.
It's too many variables that are inconsistent.
You want some extra info really quick?
Okay, quick.
So Chiefs are practicing at the Raiders indoor facility.
In Las Vegas.
And the 49ers are practicing at the UNLV facility.
Right.
They are very, very upset that the practice field is garbage. So apparently they give ratings to the fields. The Chiefs indoor facility or the Raiders indoor facility has like an 80 score. The training staff and all the players said that the UNLV field was like a sponge. It was terrible to practice on. They gave it a 50 on the rating.
Well, they're playing the actual Super Bowl where?
No, they're playing it in Allegiant Stadium, I believe it's called for
indoor.
It's indoor. But I'm just saying,
but they're practicing outdoor.
They're practicing outdoor, and they say it's
and
awful.
The Chiefs are practicing indoor.
Yes,
they should both either be practicing outdoor or indoor.
At least that's what I believe it is. I maybe the indoor, maybe it's an indoor facility for UNLV too. But either way,
very big difference from AstroTurf to natural turf.
And the field for the Super Bowl is natural grass. They actually grow it outside
and bring it in.
Yeah, and then they wheel it in. So, but the 49ers are saying that the practice field that they were using is awful. It's like a sponge, they said. So, a little nugget.
I'm going to go out on a limb like I normally do. Normally, I like to take the points in any game, naturally. Professional sports, allegedly. But anyway, that might be a conspiracy. The way I see it, the best team on the field is the San Francisco 49ers. And the deepest team.
Yes.
I didn't like what I saw on the Chiefs' climb to get there.
It was rocky.
Tumultuous. Unpredictable. Scripted. Choreographed.
Taylor Swift did just win another Grammy and announced a new album.
Right. Probably sing it at the Super Bowl. So anyway.
In the suite.
I don't see how a team like the Ravens with the defense they have did not key on Kelsey. And they don't have that many weapons after him. No. So all you had to do was stop Kelsey. And they didn't do it.
11 catches.
They didn't even hit him in that 5-yard thing. I don't want to belabor it. From my heart, and if I had the handicap on the up and up, I like and have liked and predicted the San Francisco 49ers to be there.
That is
from
true.
day one, from a month before the season started.
Yeah.
And I predicted a few teams coming in. My one Cinderella team was the Browns, that I thought had a good shot of making it to the playoffs, and they didn't look good early on.
They had 4 quarterbacks.
Yes. But that came to fruition,
Yep.
and the teams I focused on that you wouldn't want to choreograph weren't that excited. Those picks stood up.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this year was a successful season for betting for myself. Now, hopefully, you just went along with it. I don't know what my leans and stuff, but you asked for them. But I tell you the truth. But and a couple of times I nailed really good dogs, underdogs. So I think Purdy has developed very, very well. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were people coming into the year that didn't even think he was going to be the starter. So,
he proved himself. I think he's good under pressure. He proved that against the Lions. Be down that many points, 17, I believe,
Yep.
and come back to win the game.
Mm.
Lions are no joke. No joke. And I think the Lions were a more balanced team than the Kansas City Chiefs, to be honest with you.
I mean, they have more weapons, I would say.
More balanced team. And their defense can play.
Yeah. Number 1 against the rush, I believe they are.
Yes. So it all depends. And if it's choreographed, the Kansas City Chiefs will win. If it's not, I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to be there. That's my opinion. It's been my opinion since day one. I believe that the Ravens would give the 49ers a tougher run for their money than the Chiefs. So all things being equal, I think the 49ers are fortunate to be playing the Chiefs, not the Ravens.
I mean, yeah, the Ravens went into San Francisco earlier this year and beat them.
Not that they're a more aggressive, more physical football team. I think Purdy would have had his hands full. I think the deciding factors in this game is being Christian McCaffrey.
I'm right there with you.
I believe that. I believe that they're going to run him and they're going to key to shut him down. It's going to open the passing game. He's not a guy that you can just single team and I think they're going to have to bring their linebackers up to stop him and fill the gaps and the holes. And that's a pretty good offensive line. From an offensive line point of view, I give the advantage to the San Francisco 49ers without a doubt.
And it's looking like the Chiefs, speaking of the offensive line, they have an all-pro guard, Joe Tooney. I think he's going to miss the Super Bowl. He hurt his pec in the Raven. He hurt his pec against the Bills, missed the Raven game, and it looks like he's going to miss this game as well. So,
well, they performed admirably on offensive line against the Ravens. So the way I see it is, if Christian McCaffrey can apply pressure, it'll open up the short pass. And they have to bring people up. And if they bring too much up, it's going to open the long pass.
And McCaffrey's somebody that you can't ignore in the passing game either, obviously. I mean, he's basically a wide receiver out there sometimes too. Obviously, his dad, Ed McCaffrey, was a wide receiver.
Had a pretty good one.
Yeah, won 3 Super Bowls. One with the 49ers, actually.
I'm a big admirer of the 49er organization on a whole. They're a classy organization. Not taking anything away from the Chiefs, not taking anything away from home. I like the San Francisco 49ers, and that's where I'm going.
What do you think?
Not betting the game because I don't bet the Super Bowl.
What do you think about the total at 47.5?
It could go either way. It could go either way. Hey, Zach?
Yeah.
Grab me my cigarettes all night. It could go either way. A total is a tough thing to judge. I mean, it could come out, it could be a shootout. It could end up being one of those. They're down here, Zach.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah. It could be one of those.
Hold on. Just wait for him to give it to you. Just make it.
It could be.
Hold on. Just wait for him to give it to you, and then we'll.
You can pop in and say hi. Pop in and say hi, Zach. Give a shout out to your mom.
Oh, what's up? Hi, Mom. My dad.
Oh, good. Just lost 2 subscribers. Listen, defenses win big games. You've heard me say it. I think whoever wins it on special teams will have the edge. And I give that special teams to the San Francisco 49ers. I like their special teams coach. I like their staff. I think that's what's going to make a difference. Well, it makes big plays on special teams. I think it's going to be more of a conservative game than you think.
That's what I'm
Unless
saying.
it's choreographed where they do that. Chiefs down by 10 and then come back and win by 50. God, nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with you with the 49ers with the -2. And then if I was, doing anything, I'd probably take the under. I think both defenses are solid. I mean, the Chiefs defense right now is ranked 5th all time in postseason points allowed. So I think they're averaging like 12 or 15 points a game that they've given up in the playoffs alone, just the playoffs. So, and that it's 5th all time. So the defense is having, a very good run. So I would lean the under, but there, like you said too, there's two keys for me in this game as well. I agree 100% with McCaffrey. He has to be involved. I would get him 30 touches if I could. Put the ball in his hand a lot. And then 2.
Yeah, but you can only put the running game and the ball in his hand if you can contain Kansas City's passing game. Why I like the 49ers is they have multiple weapons, and every one of them is dangerous in every position. The tight end is dangerous. McCaffrey's dangerous as a receiver. Even a long threat receiver. He can do it. His speed does it. And he blocks. And the other thing I like about the 49ers is their receivers block.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're very physical receivers.
Debo Samuel,
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk.
They are not afraid to mix it up.
George Kittle's probably the best blocking tight end in the league now. So
he's no slouch. I don't understand, and I will not understand if the 49ers lose this game because they have to shut down Kelsey.
Yeah.
They have to shut down Kittle. They have to shut down 2 of the hardest hitting blocking receivers I ever seen that can catch. Yeah. And they're not afraid to come over the middle.
No.
That's when he's in trouble. They'll come over the middle to get him out of trouble.
That's what Debo does. He does a lot of crossing routes. And he's not that's the thing with the 49ers too. Debo and McCaffrey, they always make the first person miss. Always. So you need to gang tackle them or else you're in trouble.
Like OJ Beckham, whatever.
Odell Beckham.
The beatings that
Eli
Manning took because he wouldn't come back over the middle. That's why he was always making them great catches to the sidelines or in the end zone. He didn't have to worry about getting hit. He left his quarterback there to get massacred. He wouldn't come back over the middle when he was scrambling or in trouble. Just wouldn't do it. And that's why you see him go from team to team to team. And everybody says that. 49ers receivers will come over the middle to save their quarterback. Now, that's a broken play into a saved play, and you're going to take the hit and take one for the team. Is it dangerous? Yes. Over the middle is the most dangerous place for a receiver to go. But control the middle of the field, and they can control it with their receivers, and they can control it with their running back.
Yeah, absolutely.
49ers control the clock, and they control the middle of the field. I think special teams is going to make a difference. I think they got the edge there. I like the 49ers. If it's choreographed, it's going to be a dog and pony show, and the Chiefs are going to win. That's my opinion.
My big hope for the game is just that. I think, listen, we talked about the refs a lot this season throughout the year, but in the playoffs, I haven't had many complaints. I mean, there was a couple calls here and there. I'm just hoping that they let them play in this one.
They're supposed to let them play.
That's what I'm hoping for. So I don't want,
Listen, holding is supposed to be called on an offensive line.
Yeah.
It's got to be called.
Yeah, because, I mean, they say that there's holding every play.
Blatant unsportsmanlike conduct has to be called. And blatant pass interference.
Yes.
They're going to be very physical.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want the ticky tack, I don't
want them just to pick their spots. If they come in to be ticky tack, be both ways.
That's exactly my point.
Whatever they do, I hope it's equally proportionate, and that's what I want to see. That's going to make me happy. I am never taking anything away from Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I just don't believe they have the weapons the San Francisco 49ers do.
I don't think anybody can argue with that. I mean, the 49ers have, people have been saying it all year. It's the most stacked roster in the league.
And not only that, the Kansas City Chiefs defense performs when the offense keeps them off the field.
Yeah.
If the San Francisco 49ers can pound away with Christian McCaffrey and control the clock and control the middle of the field, they will wear that defensive line down. And their offensive line is quick, it's strong, the 49ers, and they have longevity. They're no dogs.
No, Trent Williams is left tackle for the 49ers.
The reason why they didn't give up, so when they're down 17-0, is because the offensive line didn't give up. Did not give up. All right, so we got it's Super Bowl what?
I believe this is 58, but I know a couple people in the comments asked for some prop bets for me. I picked out a few.
Go ahead.
If you will oblige me here.
Oblige you? I know nothing about prop bets.
Not
only oblige you, I'm going to agree with you because what do I know?
I'm not doing any of the stupid ones with picking the coin toss or.
I like that one. You got a 50-50 shot. How do they fix that?
I'm pretty sure that apparently heads is a little bit heavier on the coin.
Always has been.
So if you're betting the Super Bowl coin toss, I guess go with heads.
I like tails.
They never fail. That's the same.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
The Gatorade color, you can pick that. The winning team when they give the Gatorade bath. People, I think a lot of people are going to go with red because both teams have red. I'm going to go yellow.
I never understood
I'm going to go
why
yellow.
Gatorade. I don't know how much money they give because what you're doing is an infusion of salt. It's not good for you. It dehydrates you. After it gives you the salt back from sweating. They went with Pedialyte and replaced your electrolytes. You see these guys supercharged. But go ahead.
I think I'm going to go with yellow. I mean, I don't know. It's a guess. It's obviously a lucky guess.
So watch it be red.
Well, I mean, both teams are red, so it's possible.
That would be,
it would make sense.
Probably be red and white. Go ahead.
All right.
Who's the halftime show?
Usher.
He's good.
Yeah, he's got some hits.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'd be a good show.
I'll be out there dancing. All right, so actual player props. I know that we talked about the 49ers shutting down Kelsey, but I am still going to take his over on receiving yards. He has hit it in the last 12 postseason games consecutively. So he has been, no matter what they're doing, he's gotten it. It's 71.5
yards.
Yeah. I know.
That's a low under and over.
That's what I'm saying. I'm taking the over. He's hit it 12 consecutive games in the playoffs.
That's making me take the under. Unlucky 13.
Probably.
Jake Lovato lost his belt in the 13th round. I'll take it.
Isaiah Pacheco, the Chiefs running.
It's even money. Lay 110 either way.
I would have to.
That's a check. That's important.
Let me take a quick gander
because they can't move yards that quickly on a. I mean, they can do anything they want.
Receiving props. Yeah, even money. minus 110.
I'm going under 71.5 yards.
Okay.
I think for the 49ers to win, they have to shut Kelsey down. And if they don't shut Kelsey down, the game was predicted before it came in.
My hope with this is he escapes a couple times, gets like a 40-yard pass, maybe in the first quarter or something like that. And I don't know.
Listen, they got one guy on the team they need to shut down.
We've been saying that all year, and he's still.
Well, nobody's done it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm taking the over.
I'm taking the under.
Isaiah Pacheco is the Chiefs running back, 67.5 rushing yards. I'm going to take the over. Reasoning for this: if you include the playoffs, the 49ers are 29th against outside runs. So when you run to not the inside, obviously, between the guards, but if you run to the outside, they're 29th in defense stopping it. So I think the Chiefs, run the ball to the outside.
They don't go with Kelsey over the middle often.
No.
I don't want to hurt them, and I don't blame them. I think it's going to be difficult, but I think if they shut down Kelsey on the outside, they're going to shut down the running back on the outside. Just the defensive schematic.
Yeah, no,
I'm going with the under.
Oh, I'm over 2.
You may very well win.
This is a big one, but I think we both discussed it. If the 49ers are going to win, McCaffrey's going to have a big game. His total yards, so rushing and receiving combined, is 129.5. I'm still taking yards. I'm taking the over. He's hit it in the last 2 games. I'm figuring McCaffrey has.
Well, I'm a little partial, Chris.
Hey, I'm figuring he has 70 to 80 pass or rushing yards, like 40.
Super Bowl, you're allowed to be a fan. I'm a big fan of Christian McCaffrey. I think he's the best player in the NFL.
I mean, he's the best running back by far.
I think he's the best player in the NFL. I think he gives 110%. He psychs up that team. I think he comes to play no matter what.
I've been a fan of him for a long time. Definitely my favorite player outside of the Patriots.
It'd be a real tough trying to turn him to do something wrong.
We mentioned him.
My cold is going away. Finally, go ahead.
That's good. We mentioned him blocking, but still a very good receiver. Deebo Samuel, anytime touchdown score. I think he'll score a touchdown in this game. So I have that as well.
I'll go with you on that.
And then Moody is the kicker for the 49ers. 7.5 kicking points total.
That's a tough one. Where does a half come from?
They got to have the hook.
Why the hook?
They have to. They always do.
Except that's what extra points?
Extra points and a field goal. So obviously a field goal is 3, extra points 1. Obviously.
They're saying that
2 field goals and 2 extra
points to win, 2 field goals, 1 extra point to lose. There is no push.
No pushes. I'm
going with the over. I'm going to tell you.
See, why. I'm taking the over too.
I'm going to tell you why. 49ers have been famous for a defense that bends but doesn't break at times, historically. So I'm going with the over. We agreed on a couple of things here. This is scary.
I know.
Better get your act together.
I know. Well, the first 2 we did, and the last 3 I think we did.
Yes. All because I like Christian McCaffrey.
Those are the 5 that I did.
Not only that, field goals are kicked an awful lot in overtime.
I'm figuring it's the Super Bowl. Maybe you're not going to be as aggressive as you normally would throughout the season. So maybe at a 4th and 3 where the 49ers would normally go for it, they'll just accept the points because it's the Super Bowl and kick a field goal.
Well, I heard they brought in the guy from Philly to teach them the tush push.
Oh, hey, listen.
And the push your brotherly love.
It worked very well throughout the season.
And how to fake a punt. They're good at that too.
But those are the 5 I did.
They fell apart on me, the Eagles. I didn't expect.
They fell apart on everybody. Fell apart right on my brother. My brother's a big Eagles fan. He's
not Eagles fan. I just thought they were.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I didn't see them self-destructing.
No, it was.
And I thought it was a strategy not to hurt yourself to get in the big game. I was wrong.
But those are my
But I stopped handicapping them.
That's true.
When in doubt, retreat. Go ahead.
No, those are my prop bets. That's what I saw. That's what I liked. I mean, I'll monitor the comments.
Anything about Mahomes and interceptions?
Those are usually just at a half. So like if you think he's going to throw 1, I don't.
I'm going with Mahomes throws an interception if they get to him.
Oh, let's see. Is there interceptions here?
Because if they're successful shutting down.
What do you think about his passing yards? Mahomes.
I don't know. How could you tell?
262.5 for Mahomes.
That's high. It's high for Super Bowl. But for them to win, they have to do it. Depends on if you think he's going to win.
Brock Purdy's is at 246.
It's not much of a difference. They're basically telling you, whoever hits.
Can't find interceptions. I thought it'd be on here.
How about fumbles?
I can't find that.
I'm betting Christian McCaffrey don't fumble the ball.
You can bet so many things. Like
I know. I used to put them out.
First yard completion.
I used to put them out. First team to score.
Yeah, we got that. Let's see. Most passing yards.
You might watch out for Mahomes running into the end zone if they shut his weapons down. He's good at that. He's very, very good at broken plays.
I would.
When you think you got him, he's no slouch. That kid.
Actually, let me look at that. His rushing yards.
No slouch.
Patrick Mahomes' rushing yards for the game total is 25.5.
I go with the over on that.
I was gonna say I like that.
Yeah, I go with the over.
He's sneaky out of the backfield.
He's not sneaky. He watches it set up. He knows how to fake the punt, fake the pass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pump. It comes out.
He knows how to read a defense. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
And he knows how to confuse them. He is not a quarterback that does not know how to think on his feet or read a defense. Great quarterback. I just don't see the weapons he has other than Kelsey. And I know if I look at it from a coaching point of view, and I shut Kelsey down, they're going to be waiting to pick people off because they know he's going to throw to him. I'd lay back on him and just step in.
Yeah. I mean, there's one more fun thing you can bet this Super Bowl time. The Kick of Destiny.
What's that?
It's a commercial that FanDuel does. They're doing it with Gronk. They did it last year. They're doing it again this year.
Who's the guy they bringing on?
Gronk.
I like Gronk. How could you not like Gronk?
I thought it was going to be a real thing last year. It was a commercial.
Yeah.
But he's doing it again this year. Kick of Destiny. He's kicking a field goal.
Himself?
Yes. But it's like in a commercial form. It's
Did
not
he
like
make it?
he missed it last year. This year you can bet. Is he going to make it? Yes or no?
What do I know what Gronk could do with his foot?
I don't know.
I mean, how do you even think about that?
I don't know.
It's like how many pole bears were in the Coca-Cola commercial. What do I know?
I wish they would bring them back.
They were great.
Yeah.
And the Budweiser Clydesdales. How could you not like that?
Those are the best commercials during the Super Bowl. With the
a couple of years ago when they did that, all that virtual reality, I mean, I was confused. What terrible commercials.
But yeah,
especially I just got my first smartphone.
That's true.
Very true.
That's the Super Bowl, though, folks.
Okay. All right. I'd like to thank everybody for their very kind comments. I've never had nice things said to me. That's why I'm coming back next year. Next year, I'm going to try for it to be a killer year. This year was the first year with legalized gambling as wide as it has been and as saturated as the market has been. And my theory stood up. So,
yeah, still did very well.
Yes. I've learned a lot of things about the moves they make with legalized gambling. I think we're coming back next year twice as lethal.
Always.
And my formulas are standing up, which I thought I had to make an adjustment for. 15-3 is the worst year I've personally ever had. I should have been 16-2. 17-1. That's what I'm used to being. I'm going to get it this year. Then that's just main picks. But I started off on fire the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, first week of football, 4 out of 4 ain't bad.
No.
6 out of 7 the second week is really good. Or was it 6 out of 8? If you showed a Monday or Thursday.
Yeah.
Speaking of Germany, one of the kids, Alex would call him, Bois, went to visit his mother in Germany. And he's going to visit his grandmother in Peru. That family's all over the place. Brings back a German flu, if there's such a thing. Gives it to Anthony.
I did have it.
Anthony gives it to my son, or he gave it to my son, gave it to Anthony.
No, I think I had it, and then Joey got it.
Yeah, and then Joey gave it to me. And where we're at this juncture in life is I'm still sick. So I've learned German people follow orders very well, so I've been commanding it to stop. So, and I've been pretty sick. But the Lyme disease is not good for me. I think it's going to be a very, very good game, hopefully, because if it's fixed, at least they're going to put on a show.
Yeah, that's true.
If it isn't fixed, I think the 49ers are going to dominate this game. It may be a little boring. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to come out like a savage. I think he's going to be blocking. I think he's going to be running. I think when they fake him to run, you're going to see play action to him. I think the receivers are going to go deep while this is going on from safety valve. I just think, and I've always watched the 49ers offensive schematic. It's the most advanced in football and the hardest to stop.
Kyle Shanahan had a good teacher in his dad.
Yes.
So, you know what's crazy?
What?
You know the Commanders now, formerly the Redskins, had Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay and somebody else all on their staff at the exact same time and didn't hire any of them?
Why not? Sean McVay's great. Kyle Shanahan is fantastic.
I think Shanahan was their offensive assistant, maybe.
That's a good.
That's
a good coaching staff.
I know. There's somebody else too. I can't remember.
Does anybody know where Belichick is going?
It looks like he's going to the couch.
Cowboy?
The couch.
Oh, he's not coaching?
No. All the positions are filled. Him and Mike Vrabel. Both I'm surprised at. You know what I saw, believe it or not? Somebody said
if he doesn't decide to be general manager, I think he'd be more successful.
Oh, I think so too. You know what I there was a report from like an anonymous person, of course, that he thinks Mike Vrabel might have a hard time getting hired because he's physically intimidating. Because he's like a big, strong dude. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Wouldn't you rather just have a good coach? Who cares?
What do I know?
That was an interesting.
Talking about intimidating. John Madden was intimidating. Mike Ditka was intimidating. looked like he kept his whole team. He looked like a bear.
That was stupid to me, but just thought I'd throw it out there.
I don't know. If there's intimidating looking coaches, Mike Ditka was one of them. I mean, he used to ride horses into bars through the glass and stuff. I mean, how could you not love Mike Ditka?
Hell of a mustache.
I don't know what he did, what he didn't do, but he wasn't taking any backup to anybody. Guy was determined. I liked him anyway. I thought it was one of the greatest teams that ever took the field. Those guys did the Super Bowl shuffle
That's
in
true.
the third week of the season. I mean, that's you release a video. We're not here to cause no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle. You had the crazy McMahon thought he was an offensive lineman. He kept giving himself concussions, headbutting his offensive line. I mean, that's not normal. That was some crazy team. Willie Gault could outrun Forrest Gump. He had the crazy refrigerator running short yardage. I mean,
Walter Payton. Sweetness.
Yeah, Walter Payton was the best man. Rest in peace. I like him. Good human being. So there we have it. That is the Super Bowl. It's the way I see it. I may not be right. Anthony gave me your prop bets. I want to thank everybody for the kind words. It actually talked me coming back for another season. And hopefully I can make more money for you next year. You've seen the way it works. I will be more detailed next year because I was acclimating for people that weren't with me because there wasn't that many at the beginning of the season, but I think we got quite a few as time went on. And let's put a dent in the bookmaker's head. I like the side of the team. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I used to fear guys like me, and I fear them, but they kept me busy, my mind sharp. Let's see if we could attack artificial intelligence with quasi-intelligence.
Yeah.
I don't know if my intelligence is good or bad, but I'll tell you, I don't think it's artificial. Definitely didn't go get it, grow it somewhere else, and put it in my head. If Elon Musk has his way, he'll have a chip in there to help me.
That's true.
Okay.
What's it called?
Starlink?
I think it's
I'm
called
not like
Starlink.
nobody put a chip in my head. What if you get a hacker?
Might have some issues.
Yeah, some real issues.
I'll be like iRobot.
Hey, Chris, why did you do this? Oh, it's the chip. I don't know why are you doing that. I don't even like phones. So anyway, moving on. That's what we saw. We got. We'll be back, hopefully weekly with interviews and opinions. Try to get you through basketball and baseball the best I can. Hockey's a breed unto itself. I have never mastered handicapping hockey, but I love going to hockey games.
I want to go to one so bad.
There, it's great, but watching it on TV, I can never figure out where the puck is.
Fair enough.
And the fights are great in person,
They have to be.
Yeah.
Let's go Rangers.
Well, Rangers, always. Raj Bear was one of my heroes. And I like soccer when you had Pele. He was very good. That guy was amazing.
You got Messi now.
What?
Now you got Messi.
Messi's very good too.
He's playing in
there's
Miami.
Only one Pele.
He's playing in Miami.
Yeah, Pele, Tom Brady and Pele, I think, are top of the food chain, and it'd be hard to replace in anybody's hearts or in their performance. That guy was doing flips to kick the ball. How did you defend that? You think he's kicking it this way? He's flipping that way. I mean, it was amazing what he did. And but San Francisco 49ers is my pick. Chiefs win. It's really choreographed. One weapon, they have to shut down to win that game. And that's what everybody along the way, and that's what the Baltimore Ravens needed to do. And why they didn't do it is the fishiest thing in America to me. All you got to do is watch the films. As a coach, that's what we did. Watch films. Watch the films. Who's got the ball? Kelsey. What do you throw the ball to? Kelsey. What do you throw the ball to? Kelsey. Hey, guess who we threw the ball to? Kelsey.
You would think it's that easy.
We're not going to worry about Kelsey. We're going to worry about who he doesn't throw the ball to.
Yeah.
There's where you have it. Okay. Anthony Conover, prop handicapper extraordinaire. Second best record in handicapping. I think at 83 and a third percent, I lead the nation.
Probably.
Yes.
I would give that a strong.
I haven't seen anybody that was over 59%.
I'd give it a strong vote of confidence.
Yes. I had people advertising their percentage, but you didn't see their picks.
Yeah.
So moving forward, it was a successful year. I want to thank everybody. This is Super Bowl. I'm considering this like our New Year's, and we started
Yeah.
fresh. Whatever. Stay with us. It will be interesting. I promise you that. Those that like me will have some fun. Those that hate me, keep poking the fun. There's not many. I'm trying to get my hate mail up. Anthony's done good. I want to give him a round of applause.
Oh,
Everybody's
thank
watched the show. For a good season. And we'll be back definitely critiquing the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, got to do a recap.
I'll either be chirping or complaining, one or the other. All right?
All righty.
All right. Taking action with Chris Colombo and Anthony Conover.